Okay, hi, everybody. We are back. Welcome to episode 3, season 2 of our AI Educator Brain. We are covering the multilingual classroom, supporting ELLs with AI translation tools. And guess what, Sari?
What?
We have a guest today, a human guest,
Yes,
not an AI guest.
we have a real human. I forgot to put my mic in. I'm gonna put my mic in. We have a real human today, you guys.
So you guys do me a favor, use your little emojis on the bottom of your screen, and let's give Sam a shout out. We're excited. We like having guests. We haven't had a guest yet for our new season. So we're excited to have you, Sam. Sam, who are you?
I am so honored to be here. Thank you both so much. Yes, I'm Sam Cannon Kaplan. I lead US pre-K through 12 go-to-market at OpenAI. So in essence, my job is helping schools, districts, teachers, educators navigate the world of OpenAI. And the second part of that is helping OpenAI navigate the world of pre-K through 12. So they're getting the right feedback, building the right solutions, and we're doing what we can to support everybody in pre-K through 12. So great to meet everybody, and thank you so much for having me today. I can't wait to dive in today.
Love it. Love it. So Sam, welcome to our crazy world called the AI Educator Brain. We got to know Sam this summer. He kind of jumped in at the last second to join us at the AFT Teach Conference and present on our topic. And it was so fun. And also he kind of like really got everyone excited because he was showcasing some really cool tools using ChatGPT on how to do some translation, live translation with parents. And I know we're excited to see some of that tonight. But before we get started, I'd love it in that attendee chat. You let us know. I see a lot of people introducing themselves and saying where you're joining us from. But I'd also love to see in the chat if this is your first AI Educator Brain with us, or if you've come to other ones. So Sam, we have kind of a format that we follow. So I'm going to share this with Sam because this is also a teaching technique to say to hi participants, if you're brand new to us, this is kind of the format that we follow. We like to have fun. We keep it light. We, know that we're trying to learn new tools, new techniques, and we laugh along the way. And so for the first 15, 20 minutes for my type A people who are like, okay, where are we in this content? Why have we not started in ELL? We're here for the multilingual. Please bear with us. We are going to have some fun at the very beginning. So Sari, Beth, and I have been doing this now, oh my gosh, over a year.
A year. Wow. It's been over a year. We started last September, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Crazy.
You can hear me, right? You can hear me?
I can hear you. That sounds great.
Okay, good.
Sounds great. So we've been doing these webinars. They're all available on demand. We have a YouTube channel that we've dropped all of the links into, and I can share that with you guys at the end. And so, that is a great time for us to jump into various topics. And so at the very beginning, we like to kind of talk about like what's news in the AI world. And I have a new kind of feature today, Sari. We're gonna try it out. You know how we always try something new each time.
Yeah.
And then creepy and cool is kind of our fun thing where we show different AI things and you guys get to vote on whether it's creepy or cool. And then we dive into the topic. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so how many of you guys are Saturday Night Live fans? SNL. Okay, raising your hand. Yes. Okay, so I thought rather than just kind of giving the news, what if we do the AI Educator Brain news update? And what's happening in the news?
I love that.
All right, so we're gonna go through this a little fast. Sam and Sari Beth, you can give out your reactions, or for those of you listening in, use your little emojis to, thumbs down if you think it's pretty lame, or thumbs up if you think it's pretty great. All right, and I'm not just doing the basic news of like stock prices or anything like that. I'm doing stuff like this. All right, so first one up, maybe. Okay. So Google's AI suggests eating rocks. So true story, Google's new AI overview told users to eat one small rock per day. Health experts disagreed, but geologists said, finally, a balanced diet. I feel like I need some like background sound. Like maybe we're gonna if we're
should I
gonna
get
do
my
these
phone?
segments,
Wait.
we might have to have some background.
What should I do? What should I have, some laughter or something?
Yeah, we need like a
All right,
laugh
let me
track.
find some laugh track. Let's find one. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go for the next one. Sam,
Okay,
since you haven't seen these, I'm gonna let you read the next one. Oh, thumbs down. Okay, fine, fair. All right, Sam, you get this one. Here we go.
All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. So AI meal planner suggests chlorine gas. An AI meal planner accidentally created a recipe for chlorine gas. That sounds a little sketchy. Great news for anyone who has ever said, dinner should take my breath away.
I don't know. I'm gonna give myself a thumbs down on that, but I don't make up the news. We're just gonna make fun of the news. That's our job here.
This is the sound. This is the sound we're gonna use. We're gonna use right, like a little robot rock.
Okay, here we go. Thank you for all the thumbs down. Okay, Sarah, you get this one.
Okay, so let's see. Wait, I can't see the top. Okay. A man got sick after following ChatGPT's advice to swap salt for sodium bromide, which proves once again ChatGPT can cook up anything except common sense. Like sound effects? What do you guys think?
It's pretty good. And in fairness, Sam, I know you work for OpenAI. Like, I mean, I think any of these tools could do it, but ChatGPT. Yeah. In fairness, I was using ChatGPT to create this AI Educator Brain update. So, that's the reference. Maybe I'll use a different tool next time. Okay, I'll take this one. Maybe.
Okay.
Loading. Okay, this is actually two of them. There was just too much I couldn't decide. So, Airbnb. This is actually true. There's a $9,000 fee that Airbnb hosts fakes damage with AI. They say the photos looked real until investigators noticed the same background used on 6 different dating profiles.
Here we go.
Or AI fake photos lead to false charges. Experts say it's the same technology behind dating app profiles. Beautiful lighting, no truth, and emotional damage.
Oh.
See, I like that one. The truth is, there was Airbnb or someone who was an owner of an Airbnb had to pay $9,000 because
we're getting a lot of thumbs down.
Damage.
We're getting
We're getting that's fine. You know what? When we look at the analytics of this webinar, we're gonna look back and be like, wow, people really hated us.
Yeah, they hated us. They're like, we just came for let's speed it up, guys. That's fine, whatever.
All right, Sam, you're up.
The McDonald's AI chatbot used password 123456. Researchers found McDonald's hiring bot protected millions of records with the password 123456. So yes, it's fast food and even faster identity theft.
Oh,
come on, guys, that one's pretty good. I like that one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
good. Last one, my friends. Last one. Sarah Beth, here we go.
Anthropic's AI shopkeeper has an identity crisis. Anthropic let an AI run a small shop. It lost money, invented employees, and questioned its own existence. Wow, I'm already getting thumbs down. Okay. So it's officially qualified to work in retail. Oh, no one likes that one.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
so thank you, everybody,
guys,
for participating in the AI Educator Brain news break. Okay, so here's more serious stuff in the news. Sarah Beth, you sent me this news story. This is the NPR article. Tell us about this story.
Oh, yeah. So basically, this is pretty disturbing. 1 in 5 high schoolers has had a romantic AI relationship or knows someone who has.
So what do we think about this? This is when we go into our creepy versus cool, and I'm going to push that to you right now. It should be popping up on your thing. So Sam, as we're letting people respond to this thing, I don't have the other, I don't have Microsoft or Anthropic or Google on here, but you're with OpenAI. Like, what are some of the protections OpenAI is putting in place for, the romance?
Absolutely. So first is, I want to first talk about parental protections. I think that's useful because this was happening to a lot of students across various platforms. I'm going to put the link in the chat. But OpenAI has been investing first into age verification tools. these tools are going to be utilized to predict the age of the end user. So these might be, somebody just signed up for an account. Based upon the ways that they're interacting and chatting, ChatGPT will be able to guess upon the age of that user, and it will provide content based upon that. Because of course we all know that people, put any type of age inside of these platforms sometimes. So that's one aspect. The other thing that we just announced, and I'll make sure to put this in the chat, sorry I wasn't ready with the link, is parental controls. OpenAI has been investing heavily in parental controls as well. These are tools to help parents ensure that their students are staying safe, the amount of time they're spending on these tools. So I'll provide those links as well. And then long-term as well, I'm on the education team, and we only work right now with staff and educators only. We're not doing anything with students yet. But if that day comes in the future that we're working on students, OpenAI has been doing a ton of research on the admin controls and types of controls that a school would need to be able to monitor and make sure that these types of things don't happen. That's my answer on that end.
Awesome. And I just completely put you on the spot. So thank you for that. And you passed with flying colors. Love it. Okay. So this is kind of moving into our creepy or cool segment. I've got one thing to show. Sarah Beth has one thing to show. We will have a poll that goes along with each one of those. And you can participate. Last month, we started our own Padlet where you can add your own creepy or cool examples within the Padlet. And I will take a look at what you guys have. Maybe we'll save that for the end for the fun stuff. So you can drop your own stuff here. I will drop the link into the chat in a second. So please do participate. So one of the things, okay, so I'm going to start first. Here we go. I'm going to watch your reaction. Sorry,
okay.
Beth, you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready.
So for my friends in the attendee chat, I like how you're just silent. That's you're not normally silent. My friends in the attendee chat, how many?
They just threw their computers across the room. That's what happened.
They did. I did. Don't destroy your computers. They're expensive, people. So don't destroy them. Okay. How many of you guys are educators and hear the words 6-7 or 6-7? My daughter asked me what time this webinar is going to tonight, and I said it's there she is right there. Seriously. Okay, go walk away.
Oh wait, she literally just did it. Oh
she
my
literally
God.
just did it.
No.
She asked me what time the webinar is going tonight. I'm like, it's from 6 to 7. She's like, 6-7. Okay, so here's how I am now using it. I have a blog coming out, guys, this week about 67 different ways that you can use 6-7 in your classroom and turn this conversation around. So I'm giving you a sneak peek of things, but I've got stuff broken down by content type, by English, math class, science.
So cool.
So now when my daughter texts me, I've been doing this over the last week and writing this blog. Now when she texts me anything about 6-7, I text her back various facts about 6-7 or what happened in 1967 or stuff like that. I'm like, I'm going to reclaim this number that's driving me crazy. Granted, I've got a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, almost 13-year-old. So creepy or cool? Is this a creepy way of using AI or is this a cool way of using AI? Because here's the thing. I am not going to spend my time or 67 minutes creating 67 ways to teach 6-7. So for me, this was a good way. All right. So let us know. All right. Should be popping up on your screen right now. And then Sari, I'm saving yours for last.
You're going to put mine in next. I'm so excited. You guys, I'm sorry, but you're welcome. I'm going to frame this by, I'm sorry and you're welcome.
Okay, you're up. I will play the video and you tell me to.
Just play it.
Right.
I'm not without any context.
Okay.
Just watch you guys.
Okay, here we go.
Are you Abigail Adams? I am indeed. Good day to you. This is
no, Nadia's weird.
Pleasure is mine. I hear a holiday called Halloween approaches. Yeah, turn around the corner. Then you must dress as me. Put on a cap and a proper gown.
My fellow Americans, I must confess, I'm absolutely
I'm trying to stop it.
nail salon, not the Capitol. I don't care what it is. I booked a full set, and the country needs to function. Chop, chop, frog. Okay, I'll
Be choppy.
Yeah, so the audio worked when I downloaded it. Sorry, guys. That's a bummer. So maybe what I'll have to do is I'll see if I can fix it for the end. I'm not even going to put the creepy or cool up because it doesn't deserve. It deserves the full video played.
It's much better when it's not glitching.
All right, I will fix it. So my apologies. That's technology.
Should I explain?
Please explain it.
Okay. So there's a new app from OpenAI. It's in beta mode now, right, Sam? It's just testing mode, right? So I tested it out a little too long, a couple nights every day, and it's called Sora. So it's video version of ChatGPT, and I honestly think it's the next Instagram, and I don't know if that's cool or scary or both. You can basically, what it does is it allows you to take a picture of yourself, and then you can insert yourself into these scenes. And then a lot of things are copyrighted. Like they won't let me do any videos with Trump, but they let me do videos with Alf.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Alf. I have some great Alf videos. It's really interesting. It's also a weird peek inside my crazy brain.
It's a lot of fun. But it's also, it's the more you interact with it. I found myself just sending my partner videos every 5 minutes to respond to their texts, and I found myself getting a little annoying, so I needed to take a break.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a week, but I went a little nuts.
It is quite fun. I have made a video of a lookalike like Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off, but wearing one of our college shirts. I made a birthday video of Bob Ross painting, happy little trees, and
Bob Ross is a big
saying happy birthday to a friend. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
A lot of the things they won't let you do, but I noticed that MLK, I Have a Dream speech, there's a lot of variations of that. There's a lot of Bob Ross. There's a lot of, Anyway.
It's OpenAI's moment of sort of jumping into video, learning about more experiences here. And this is just the start of, a lot of exciting updates around that. The other thing I'll just mention there is that Sora is also available. It's a model, right? So Sora 2 is a model. It's available in ChatGPT, and it's now going to be available in the API as well. So something I'm excited about is people using the API to build longer instructional videos, which I think is really cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right now it's just more fun.
Can I ask you a question about, I was reading that, so people who understand ChatGPT, OpenAI, it's on version 5 now, but I was reading that there's gonna be a new version that's gonna be more like the one before. Can you explain that to everyone, or do you know about this?
I can't say anything about future models, but right now we're on ChatGPT 5, and the whole goal of ChatGPT 5. The goal of it was, if you guys recall back, we had 4.0, and then we had 0.3, and just so many different models that it became really hard for people to be able to navigate.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, the goal of this was that a unified experience where you're not having to remember 50 different models. It's working with you, and it's meeting you where you're at. So OpenAI is going to continue to invest into that to make the experience easier for folks and make sure that you don't have to remember 50,000 models, because it's just it's not attainable when you're in the classroom, right? So a lot more coming there.
Okay. So thank you everybody for participating in our creepy and cool and the AI Educator Brain news update. So Sam, we are so excited to have you. Talk us through multilingual classrooms, supporting ELLs and translation tools. And thank you. I know you are very busy with work right now. So we appreciate you taking some time with us. I'm going to pass this over to you, and then we'll monitor the chat box in terms of how things are resonating or questions that people have.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. So I'm actually going to walk folks through some best practices of, around multilingual classrooms, how we can support ELLs with AI translation tools. The thing I want to call out here before we get into this is that these tools are never going to replace interpreters that are inside of school districts that understand the families and the communities that they're supporting. The whole goal of today is to share some insights and some tools that folks can use, whether you're in the classroom and you have a parent visiting and you don't speak the language and a translator's not available. I'll walk you through some use cases there. How to write with ChatGPT to walk around some of these translations. The goal is just to share some use cases, and we'll try to keep it as collaborative as possible. So I'm going to share my screen and sort of dive in here. All right, bear with me. All right. So right now I am in ChatGPT. I'm just going to set up my model. I'm in ChatGPT 5. The thing I will note here, and are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes.
I think the, I'm not sure, is mine being presented or is it the slides? I think it might be the slides on the screen.
So we can see it. Don't worry, I can see it. So
okay, awesome.
And they can see it too.
Thank you so much. Okay. So first I wanted to walk folks through just some basic capabilities within ChatGPT that I think are really helpful. This is the home screen, right? And I'm first just want to share a couple ideas that folks can utilize around how to personalize your profile based upon your role. And I think it will help people with future output. So I just want to quickly share how to do that. So I'm on the home screen. If you ever get lost on the home screen, you could just always click the sidebar and you can always just open a new chat and it'll open back to this home screen. All of your chats will stay over here on the left. I'm now going to go down and I'm going to click my profile and we're all just going to go to this area called personalization. So again, I'm going to do that one more time. Let's say it's closed and I'm on chatgpt.com. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to click my profile and then I'm going to click personalization. So this is the first thing I like to recommend to folks that are inside of ChatGPT. And this is personalizing it for you based upon how you utilize this system. So there's a lot of areas in here. And the first thing I'll call out is custom instructions. This is a good place to first just put into chat ways that you like to be, how you want chat to interact with you, how you want information presented. This is really useful because every time you put in a prompt going forward, it'll look at what you have under these personalization settings. And then the outputs that you get will be directly influenced by the information you have here. So a quick call out. Custom instructions, these are going to be things like, for me, for example, I like information presented in bullets. I would always like a translation provided in Spanish and English of everything that I put in. You might give it information around sources you want it to reference or languages you would like for it to reference, whatever it might be. So I'd recommend putting in custom instructions and then equally important, occupation. If you, ChatGPT, right? These models, they're not magic. They're based upon information. They're based upon data. So if you tell ChatGPT, I'm an interpreter inside of this district, or I teach special education inside of this district, and I teach this grade level, you'll get much more personalized information. So I definitely recommend turning on customization, putting a couple custom instructions in, and putting in your occupations to start. Questions on that? And the whole goal of this is personalizing your outputs for yourself, and I'll get into translations in just a moment.
I love it, Sam. I'm already learning something new, and I clearly live in this space right now. So I need to go spend some time personalizing for myself because I need my AI to tell me how great I am all the time.
Yeah, I had no idea. Now I'm going to do that.
Yeah, and the thing is, because like a lot of folks, like me, for example, I'm diagnosed ADHD, right? Like, so like I need information presented, as you can tell.
Ditto.
So I need information presented in certain ways.
Hello, me too. Welcome, yeah.
So like I'm like, I need information bulleted. If I'm doing research, don't give me a huge block of text, provide it in this particular way. So again, it's really useful just to give it some inputs. And you don't need to write paragraphs, start with a couple and add more as you go. But again, you don't need to do it all. I would start with custom instructions and occupation at a minimum. All right. So now I'm going to show some folks. Let's dive into how to write using ChatGPT. And I'm going to talk about some translation capabilities inside of this. So give me just a moment. So I don't know if Marta's on the call, but we saw Marta, we had the Padlet up, and we had asked for some folks some examples of some parent communications. So I'm copying one that Marta gave, and I'm putting this in the chat. So if folks want to go to the Padlet or put in for yourself some example of a parent communication, you can copy one of those from the Padlet. You can take your own. But I want to show folks some examples here of how to write using ChatGPT. So first I put the input in, right? If I just click, and I'm going to say right here, help me improve this letter, right? This is not a good example of how to do it. I'm giving a bad example first. Help me improve this letter. I gave no context, and I'm just going to put this in.
And Sam, just to pause again. So again, I just put the link to the Padlet in the chat. So this was emailed out in advance, and then also the link is there if you didn't have a chance. So we're trying to use real examples that you all provided to make sense of how to do the translation stuff.
Exactly. Yep. So the first thing I'll call out here, right? I just copy and paste. I said, help me improve this letter. Not a good prompt. I didn't tell it what I want to do. I'm not editing it. Like I'm just giving it one single prompt. This is not the way to prompt. So I said, help me improve this letter. Put it in. I get a big block of text. I can't really do much with this, right? So I want to show y'all some skills and tools that you can use to help use ChatGPT as a thought partner as you're writing and doing translations. So let me show you that now. So right now I just put that in as the prompt. We're now going to do a fresh example. I'm going to paste that same letter, and I'm going to do this. You're going to click the plus button, and you're going to go to more, and you're going to see a tool called Canvas. So again, I'm going to do this one more time. I inputted my letter. I clicked the plus, I went to more, and I clicked Canvas. And now at the top, I'm just going to say, put this in a canvas. This is a underutilized and a tool that a lot of folks don't know about, and this is called Canvas. The difference here is this is now think about this as like a Google Doc inside of ChatGPT. I can now—
And Sam, can I pause for a second? This is not
Please.
Canvas, like the learning management system that people are familiar with, or some school districts use that for assignments, and it's also not Canva, where people are using it to design things. So just to clarify the naming.
Exactly. Yeah, it's every company likes to call a product Canvas for some reason, but yeah, it is not the LMS, it's not Canva, it's an interactive sort of doc inside of ChatGPT. The reason I'm showing folks this, and again, remember we have our prompt, I clicked put this in Canvas, and then I put this in, and it launches this window. The reason I'm bringing this up to folks is the way people have often been using ChatGPT is they'll put in a block of text, they'll edit it, and then it'll fully generate a full block of text. The huge benefit here is we can now edit individual sections. We can also use this as a blank canvas and just write ourselves. So the reason I'm bringing this up is I want to show you a couple of tools first. First, I'm going to say, let's show you the full tools first. So if you go to the bottom right, suggest edits, adjust the length, reading level, and I'm going to start there. So reading level, oftentimes we have parent communications, right? And we want those parent communications to be accessible to everybody. It should be clear. And oftentimes having a reading level, which everybody in the community can understand, could be a helpful way to do that. So for example, right now I have this full text and I can take the reading level and I'm first going to move it up to graduate school and let's see what we get. It's going to be very convoluted, but let's see what we get in just a second. Bear with me. So as you see, it went through, it wrote a very long letter here. So we got to see what that looks like. I'm now going to go, and you can actually see here, you can track your changes. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to change the reading level back to, let's go down to, I'll just paste this back in here. Pardon me. All right. So now I want to show translation capabilities. ChatGPT can speak 40 plus languages, and in text, I believe it's now up to like 120. And again, it's not going to be completely fluent in every language, and you need to verify this every single time. But I want to give folks some suggestions here. So I might say, let's just say, make this clearer and bold out important words. Let's start there. So right now it's going to go through, it's going to edit and review the entire document. Give me a sec here. It'll do that. If we have, if we go to a basic one here, I want to show translation capabilities. So let's say I have this full document, right? And this is the edit that it just did. Let's say I have the full document and I want to edit this, translate this to Japanese, or let's just say Spanish. So what's great is it can translate the entire document into Spanish. You can go into dialects, for example. So you could say, translate this into Japanese, for example. It'll translate the entire document and it'll put that in chat. So again, I just want to call out that you can utilize ChatGPT both to translate the entire document. You can do it individual sections. Maybe you have the English translation and the Spanish translation below. Again, these tools are really helpful to help you translating, just to start. I'd like to give, let's now jump back to the chat. Like, any questions on this, thoughts? We can also
I think that some questions about, and Sarah Beth is the person who's great at reading the chat.
Yeah, I see people asking questions about does ChatGPT still leave a spacing watermark and text outputs? Did they ever do that? Was that something they even did?
I've seen it. I'm actually not quite sure what you're referring to there, to be honest with you.
So basically, I saw this on TikTok, that if you cut and paste something directly from ChatGPT and then put it on a document, there's like a watermark that lets you know. Is that actually even true? I don't even know if that's true.
I can't confirm that, to be honest with you, and I'm actually unaware of that. So I've never seen the watermark, but I can verify that and bring it back to the group afterwards.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I think the other question too is like, how do you, and I hear this a lot, like, how do you make sure that it's accurate? So, you know, you translate it into a language that I am not fluent in. So how would I know that it's accurate? And I'm also, for folks listening, Colorín Colorado is a huge partner of the AFTs. We're big sponsors of Colorín Colorado, and I'm going to put their advice on AI and ELL in the chat for you guys to see as well.
Yep, and the question, just to reiterate, that was,
how do we ensure accuracy? So if we do this, you create the great letter, how do you know it's accurate in terms of translation?
So like anything else, any LLM that you ever utilize, it is really deeply important that you verify all of the information. So there's a couple different strategies that I would personally use. Again, most schools and districts have interpreters or folks inside of the district that you should be validating these types of things, especially if you're sending a mass communication out. But a couple things I would often suggest would be, I'm just going to do this, and let's just do a test here. So I'm going to take that same letter, and I'm going to say translate this to Spanish with a Mexico dialect. Let's see what we get. And then I would say, if this was me, this is how I would do it. I would copy and paste this, or I would take this and I would say, translate this back into English. Translate this back into English. That's where I would start. Translate this back in English. So first I would do that. I would verify the two here. The other thing that you can do is you can point ChatGPT at various resources. So if you have a website that is helpful, or if there's someplace you wanted to point this to verify certain translations or grammar or anything like that, I would suggest using search. So one example here is you go down here. I'm going to go down to web search, validate the accuracy of the Spanish translation. This is where typically
and Sam, as you're letting the response spit out, there's a lot of questions about cost associated with using these tools that you're showing. Is this a free account, or is this a paid part? Is this a paid account?
Every single thing that I've showed so far is all available on the free account, completely 100%. So Canvas is free. All of this is trained into the models. Like OpenAI has spent a very long time and a huge investment into training these models. So those are all included, and nothing I've shown is not included.
That's awesome.
Yep. And lots of
Fantastic.
exciting updates in K-12 coming soon in the next couple of months. I just can't say anything today, but very exciting
Ooh,
stuff.
it's like he's like Sam's like, I have a secret and you guys don't get to know, but you'll just have to come back. You'll have to come back to us next month and tell us what the big news is. All right. So Sam, I'm really quickly, you can't see it, but is it creepy or cool that all of the tools he's showing is free right now for you to use?
Better so
All right.
cool.
Yeah.
Not so
The majority is saying very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Oh, verbal translation? Does it provide verbal translation?
Yes. So let me do a quick demo of this. This is what I think is absolutely game changing. So
by the way, as Sam does this, let me preface this to say this is why we invited Sam, because not that we were going to invite you anyway, but this part is something he showed us this summer, and we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. So don't walk away to get a drink just yet.
All right, so I know that folks have, especially from the AI Educator Brain and a lot of these webinars, folks have gotten a good foundation on prompting, right? How to prompt, making sure you're providing the context, the expectations, the task. Those are sort of the three things that I always call out. Context, so the context of who you are, what do you want it to do, the expectation, and then, so we'll dive into that now. So I'm gonna dive into ChatGPT. And voice mode is available over here on the far right. This is one tool. Voice mode is available to everyone. Free users will hit some limits after a certain amount of time, but you should be able to use these live translation tools that I'm about to show you. So I'm going to go into voice mode and I'm going to start talking, and I'll show you guys how to prompt ChatGPT to be a really helpful translator. Hi, Chat. I am a teacher and I'm about to meet with a parent. When you hear English, translate to Spanish with a Mexico dialect. When you hear Spanish, translate back to English. Make sure to keep translations and communications clear and concise and education appropriate. Hi, today I wanted to talk to you about your students' performance in my class. They've been doing a great job on their assignments, but they did not show up to class the last 2 days.
Sam, I'm going to pause for 1 second because I realized that computer audio does not play directly. Is it possible for you to do this on your phone just to show and stop sharing your screen?
Oh, I'm so sorry. That must have been the most boring demo ever.
Well, I stopped you with enough time before it's like, okay, this is not great. Because I set this up. Like, we want this to be amazing. So if you could maybe just stop sharing your screen and
I'm going to do this on my phone. So, all right.
Thank you.
Hi, Chat. I'm a teacher and I'm about to meet with a parent. When you hear English, translate to Spanish with a Mexico dialect. And when you hear Spanish, translate back to English. Keep communication clear and concise and education appropriate.
Of course, I'll handle that. Just go ahead and speak whenever you're ready.
Hi, today I wanted to talk to you about your students' performance in my class. They've been doing a great job, but have not shown up to class the last 3 days.
Hola, hoy quería hablarles sobre el desempeño de su estudiante en mi clase. Han estado haciendo un gran trabajo, pero no han asistido a clase en los últimos 3 días.
Gracias. Este es siempre un problema para mi estudiante. Yo necesito hablar con él. Give it a sec. Sorry.
Thank you. There's always some kind of issue with my child, and I need to talk to him about it.
So, sorry, the audio is not coming through great, but ChatGPT can translate into 40 plus languages. A really important prompt to ask it. So ask it, verify everything. But I'll just do this live on a call too. Sorry, I think my service is a little, but let me see what we can do.
It's okay. We're educators. We know how to pivot in technology world.
Absolutely right. And so like you can ask it, Chat, how many languages can you speak fluently? And like we're talking very high level of fluency, and describe those languages.
Well, I'm pretty polyglot by design. I can speak and understand a whole bunch of languages fluently, definitely at a high level of fluency. So we're talking about languages like English, Spanish, French, German, Mandarin, Japanese, and plenty more. Basically, if
Go on, tell me the languages, please.
Absolutely. So to give you a rundown, I speak languages like English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, Dutch, Russian, Mandarin Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Arabic, and a good handful more. Basically, I can handle a pretty broad variety of.
So this is really important with like the way you prompt ChatGPT, but it has significant capabilities around translation. Sometimes some things are only available in text versus audio. I think I just saw it a couple of days ago. I can do some Navajo translations, and I think I saw somebody mention that.
Wow.
Not fluent, but it's like starting there. So also another call out for this group is please like communicate, to us here if there is a language that you're supporting in your community that you would like to get into ChatGPT. We're always interested in expanding our languages as well. So. Just a couple call outs. There's a million use cases here, but those are a couple ways that you can utilize, chat.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love it. And Sarah, I'm gonna go to the Padlet in just a second and see if we can talk through some of the things that folks mentioned. But Sari, I know you don't have a chance to demo, but you've been experimenting with another tool, not ChatGPT. And for those of you who are brand new, though we have our fun Sam here, we are tool agnostic when it comes to the work that we do, because it's much more about understanding the skills and how to navigate AI. And for what Sam is demonstrating, you can do a lot of this stuff with other tools as well. Some do it better, but then like 2 weeks later, then another tool does it better than that tool. And it's just kind of a constant improvement. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I can't share my screen, right? No.
Yeah, you can if you have something. Yeah.
Can I? Maybe I can try to show this. I'm just loading it up. So, so we've been looking through OpenAI stuff, but so I don't know about a lot of educators out there, but we all use Google Classroom in my school, and the one thing that needs to be worked out a little more is the kids can't access this yet. They're like I created this whole thing. It's called. Basically, Gemini is the AI for Google. And I noticed the other day that they have something called Notebook LM. How do I share my screen? Can you remind me? I'm sorry.
It's right above the button that says connected, kind of the middle top of the screen.
Connected, share screen. Oh yeah, you guys, it says share screen. Open. I have to open my preferences. How do you open? It won't let me open the How do you do it so it opens up? Hold on.
Maybe just talk through it and we can share it next time.
Yeah. So basically, now I just lost you guys. Do you see me still? Okay. So basically, oh wait, maybe it's letting me. Hold on. Chrome tab. Here we go. Can you see this? Can you see my screen or no?
Yes, we're good.
Okay. So this is my Google Classroom. I'm trying to make it so you can't really see students' names. You can't. So this just popped up the other day. And it's something called these class learning Notebook LM. So I'm going to open up another tab. So I'm going to have to share this tab instead. Okay. Do you guys all see this? It says Road to Revolution.
Yes.
Okay. So basically what I did here is I uploaded all the slides from this lesson. It was a lesson from my APUS history class about the French Indian War. And then I also included slides about the lead up to the American Revolution, this debate we're having, and the classwork. So basically it does this thing where it's basically like, does a summary. Then if you see over here, there's audio overview, video overview, mind map. So it does a mind map. So I can do you basically can do, okay, I've already created this for you guys. So it made a quiz based on my materials. How freaking cool is that? It made flashcards for them to study from. All from my materials. It also, you can also make a video. Listen, I don't know if you can hear this. I don't know if you, wait, let's see.
We probably won't be able to hear the audio from the computer.
So basically, like if you see here, though, I'm kind of going through it. It shows you literally, like, it makes an entire video explainer of your lesson for the kids. I don't know if you can see here.
That's awesome.
Like,
and does it translate into other languages?
Yeah. So here we go. So I'm here. Can you name a language? This to Arabic. Let's see if we can do Arabic. This is on the spot, you guys. Let's see. It's thinking. I will say it thinks a little longer. No Arabic. Okay, but can you translate this? It was doing it the other day, so it's still working out the. It did Spanish yesterday, so if it doesn't do it now, I'm not sure why. No, weird. Oh yeah, see, look, it did it all.
Ooh.
So it doesn't do air. So look, it literally broke down everything. Do you see this? And I can say what other? How about let's see French. So maybe it doesn't do. What about? Can you let's try. Can you name another language that would be like Arabic? Can you translate into Russian? I'm curious.
I love it.
Like, let's say it's thinking.
So we'll have to dig in. We'll have to dig in to see what languages are done with that.
Yeah,
and so
cool.
we
oh yeah, it does. You guys,
yay!
Russian. Pretty awesome, right?
I love it.
Yeah. So that is there. Pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. That is fantastic. So I think, and so one of the things we do at the end of these webinars is that we'll take a lot of this stuff that we're talking about right now, and we're going to break them down into smaller clips. So if you're like, Sam really went really fast on this one thing, like how do I set up that prompt? And so we'll have some written stuff and a smaller clip of that, so you don't have to fast forward or go backwards. And same thing for Sarah Beth on the Google LM. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
So Sam, Sarah Beth, I'm gonna narrate. I'm gonna show my screen now. Guys, don't get stressed by all the tabs I have open.
Yeah, I tried
allow. I'm just gonna go for it. You can see what all the stuff we have. Not that one. Okay, so thank you guys all for participating. Like, this is also really helpful because I like to go back and see what everyone wrote, because then maybe this is stuff that we can develop more. But so Sam demonstrated the family communication. I'd love to just kind of talk through different challenges where AI could help. And so let's just talk it out. And we won't get through all of these because you guys did a good job. Okay, so it looks like Sam already showed us the homework direction to parents. Mercedes said, one challenge I face is when I'm in a whole group of instruction, I find it difficult to translate so my students can follow along and keep up. I also am looking for help with understanding where exactly my students are in their level of comprehension. Sam and Sarah Beth, what do you think for the multilingual classroom? Can AI help with this?
Thank.
I'm just looking at the right one here. Sorry. Can you show I can't see the big screen. Sorry. I'm sorry. It was
it is, oh shucks, I went too far down. I don't know if I can copy it or not. Let me stop sharing my screen. For a second. And I will see if I can put that in the chat. So it's mostly doing small group work. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat for you to read. Okay, so it is in the chat now.
Translate some things to follow and keep up.
So what do you think about this?
And
maybe you don't have the answer yet.
I think that's a very valid challenge. A couple of things I would suggest is, one aspect that might be helpful for folks is using these tools as like a note taker / translator, a note taker. So to be able to provide like some supplementary materials. For example, in ChatGPT, there's a tool called ChatGPT Record, which is like a way to take notes. It'll recognize each individual voice. So it'll say voice 1, voice 2, voice 3, and you'll get a full transcript. So one challenge you could have is like on the fly, under current state, it's going to be difficult to have like live translations for a number of students at the same time. So what you might want to do is have the transcript, then you can translate that and provide that to your students after the fact, and you could use AI to build that. The other thing I'm excited about is OpenAI. We've been testing out more live translation tools to where you could have numerous users in a room together, and it's live translating through earpieces, like various languages and things like that. So I think over time, you're going to find, like with our technology and with other technologies out there, there's going to be ways where you could have, like each student could have like a live interpreter in their ear, for example, if that's something you wanted to go. So like that, those are a couple options. The other would just be, those would be my first couple of tips there. I'm not sure if you guys have anything else to add there too.
No, that's great. Well, we're just do some rapid fire. All right, next one, grade 5. I put this in the chat. Elementary teacher, I would love suggestions that could help my EL with writing. In 5th grade, we have to write paragraphs citing evidence with elaboration and my students are struggling. So is there anything we can do with writing? And I'm guessing, yeah, so with our EL students that need some support for writing. See, guys, this is live. I'm putting them on the spot.
I know. I mean, I would say like, I would ask ChatGPT. I don't speak other languages, so this is challenging for me. But what I would do is I would ask whatever tool you're using, ChatGPT, whatever, to give you different examples of parent setting evidence. So I would ask ChatGPT to break it down for the student. Like I would have sample paragraphs, and then I would get ChatGPT to like do what is it called? What are they? I'm so tired. It's the end of the day. Where you like diagram a sentence, but like map out exactly how things are being cited. So they like modeling. Does that make sense? Like I could see ChatGPT doing that, or like give me 3 different paragraphs and one excellent, one medium, one needs improvement, and then in terms of citing evidence, and then show us the really good, the medium, and the not so good, and then they can kind of model it after that. I don't know. That's what I would do.
Love it. And I'm just going to point. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
You go ahead.
So I was just going to point out, Susan LaFond is one of our amazing EL trainers for the AFT. And so for our next EL, Susan, I know you're here. I'm going to totally are joining this webinar with us. And she just put a great resource in here. So Susan also helps with a lot of the Colorín, Colorado resources as well. So anything Susan says, just do what Susan says. Sorry, Sam, go for it.
No, and I also think just, again, using ChatGPT, like this would be a great prompt in ChatGPT or in Gemini or in Copilot. Actually, this is a perfect prompt. I'm a 5th grade elementary school teacher. I'm looking for suggestions that help with EL with writing in the 5th grade. So like I can just put this in chat, for example, and I'll come back with the response.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see yeah, love you too, Susan. Susan, by the way, helped us get through the pandemic and did some like health fitness classes when we couldn't be all together. She was great. So she's a multi-skilled lady. That was fun. Okay. I love it. So somebody also put in the Padlet. I'm wondering if you guys have tried it. Has anybody here, have either the two of you or folks that are in the chat, have you guys tried the new AirPod translate feature and how it works? I have not. So I'm loving it. If, Sam, if you have too or tried it, or if folks have, just put in the chat your experience with those new AirPod live translate. I saw some funny memes about now with the new live translate and going to go get your nails done. The use case of that could be kind of funny.
Oh, you guys don't think I'm pretty? What did you just say? We just said how pretty you were. Oh.
Exactly. The other thing I also want to point out too, so we mentioned this in previous webinars, with the partnership of OpenAI, we have added a translation tool to share my lesson through our EdBrAIn feature. So you can now take user-generated content, like human-generated content, and then translate that into various languages. So let's say there's a lesson plan or a rubric or something else you find on Share My Lesson that you would like it in another language. You now can use this tool for a lesson on Share My Lesson to do that. All right, Sam, what the prompt come back for your 5th grade teacher? Oh, are you on mute? I lost your audio.
End of day for me as well. Sorry, I'm a little long day.
It's fine.
So,
it's recommended. Fine. I said pandemic, and like then you're like, okay, yeah, I'm good. You know, it's kind of a thing.
It recommended scaffolding the writing structure. So use sentence frames, provide structured starters such as claim, I think, blank, because. Next was build academic language before writing. Have students say their evidence and elaboration before they write it down. Sentence starters help them practice academic phrasing orally. Another suggestion was use models and color coding. Model a paragraph together. Write a sample paragraph as a class and color code. Blue equals claim. Green equals evidence. Yellow equals elaboration. So again, this is like a simple prompt, and the teacher that had asked that is going to know your class a heck of a lot better than I ever would. So with your own personalized prompt, you would get a lot better suggestions than even what I'm getting based on what you've been covering. A couple good suggestions there too.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So we are almost at time. I want to see, you know, are there any other questions that we've missed, Sari, that's in the Q&A or chat that we want to, and somebody wants more poll questions? Awesome. I can put one in a second. And then I would also just say, you know, please, you know, continue to fill out this Padlet, because what you're filling out here is going to help lend it for another webinar, particularly on this topic. So I think it's really helpful to see your different stuff.
Yeah, someone else, they love Notebook LM. I'm hoping I can be able to use it with my students moving forward. But yeah, it looks like we got everyone's questions. Then we can just use Padlet to see what other people are saying or have questions about.
Love it. Okay, I was able to get one of your videos from the beginning up. Let's see if this works.
Okay.
I'll try.
Are you Abigail?
No!
I am indeed.
Okay.
Good day to you. This is wild. I'm a huge fan. Pleasure is mine. I hear a holiday called Halloween approaches. Yeah, turn around the corner. Then you must dress as me. Put on a cap and a proper gown.
Okay.
It's good.
I tell you what, y'all, I'm gonna get those up because it's worth seeing them.
I have so many more where that came from.
Good. Oh, she does, and she'll text you at like all hours of the day.
Yeah, if you want mine, if I can get your number, I can send them all to you like 3 a.m. when I have insomnia, and you can see why I have insomnia. So you put your phone down. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Sam, any final parting words?
I would call out, just if folks are looking to learn a little bit more about ChatGPT as well, we have, I'm putting this in the chat, not as good as Share My Lesson or anything you're getting here, but academy.openai.com is a good resource. Bunch of free videos. Everything's completely free on that website. Videos, prompt ideas, strategies, like lots of great content there, and tons of K-12 specific content. So I'll call that out, and then just be watching all of our pages a couple months from now. Lots of exciting stuff happening. And that's all I will say. But thank you so much for having me. And it was an absolute pleasure. And we'll lots of big updates to come. So thank you.
So exciting.
Yeah, Sarah Beth, anything?
No, just thank you for bearing with my videos. I do think there is educational value to them in the future, but this was so cool. I love these. I loved having Sam on. We want you back, Sam.
Yes,
you blew our minds. If anyone was there at the teach this summer, we blew our minds. We were like, wait, what? So this was really fun.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We've got more webinars coming up each month and other fun stuff that we're doing in between. And if you didn't notice the background on Sam's piece, we have the AFT, National Academy for AI Instruction. And if you are an AFT member, you can have access to this academy, which is a partnership between OpenAI, Microsoft, and Anthropic. And it's really exciting for the kind of deep deep level dives that we're going to be doing on AI and education. That is all going to be teacher led. So we're very excited about that partnership. All right. Sam, everyone, thank you so much. I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Keep sharing those creepy or cool stuff with us, because we'll use those in our next webinar next month. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.